Happy Thanksgiving, GRU. Happy Thanksgiving, Navy SEALs. Happy Thanksgiving, 60% of the U.S. Armed Services who did not attack with Donald Trump in 2017, their own sovereign territory and their own military officers amongst them in their ranks. A coup. Happy Thanksgiving to the good U.S. military who well and has been getting me out of this world-famous celebrity ISIS terrorist compound that I am still sitting in today. All right, happy Thanksgiving, China. Happy Thanksgiving, North Korea. Happy Thanksgiving, IDF, who I have to thank in real life, and I know God will make a way. There's no way I can't thank the military officers, men and women in the IDF, for what they did for me here. Every time you laid a WMD down in Lebanon, especially Lebanese, yeah, because they were here. Every time you hit, I don't know. I mean, I'm not one of you in the ground war. About a year after you just bamboozled the Hamas terrorists who were here from day one, I remember I've been here. It got really, really, really awful in here, and you could tell on my account. So, but it was good because the cannibalism, I know. Whew. It was actually good that they started frying people up on a hot skillet. I know, in an empty house, filling it up in an empty house in the middle of the night with the house reeking of dead bodies. It would be like reeking of dead corpses and then human organs and tissue fried up in a hot skillet. Both of the stenches, like at a Richter scale of 10, from a 1 through 10 radius, just, and I'd be standing there, it's freezing cold and pitch black, and burnt human flesh, and dead rotting corpses. So this is what I want to say, because I didn't put up a happy Thanksgiving like I have for 7 years to all the heroes. You're my heroes. You can see why I said that. I didn't do it last night because I couldn't. I had to stay out of sight. And this morning, because of every one of you, I can say what's been happening in here to a certain degree. You all, if anyone, understand what I mean by that. I can do my face. Now, the chemical weapons I've been exposed to have caused me to have blur. I'm a little blurry, but I don't care what I look like right now. It isn't about the vanity. It's about saying, hey, hi, I love you and you saved my life and I know you did. I don't look in the camera because I don't look my best, because, yeah, I'm being held against my will by the police and the law enforcement writ large in the capital of the United States. The military bros know they are. And what I've been witnessing the police here do is something I want to try to mention, but I'm going to try to cram it into 14 minutes. So it's not about how I look. It's about saying, hey, I'm here and I owe every one of you my life. And I'll never forget it. And I'm excited to see where my life goes when I leave here and who I talk to in the military and what all of you look like and just all that, because you are a part of my life and you are a part of my life going forward, okay? Never will you not be a part of my life. All the military I just named, if there's any I forgot, like the military members in Africa who are fighting alongside with the good GRU. Okay, so there's some military I just don't think off the top of my head because I'm still sitting in the terror cell holding a camera phone. It's pretty awful, but I don't have the sound machine on. That is just right now. So, all right, hold on. I just got to adjust this thing there. Okay. No, I've looked better. I'm not going to look in the mirror. No, this is fucking outrageous what they did. But let me just get to some of the stuff that happened in the last 48 hours. This is things off the top of my head when I was putting my socks on. And I was able to, go through it without any sound machine. I could put my socks on and have a train of thought without a sound machine, without sirens, without mufflers. There was only one horrible, obnoxious muffler. And I said out loud to Jesus, I said, they never stop here. No, they don't. I know they don't. And so does the good military. You are all the good military when I list you off and you just, your names from, or countries you're from. Okay, so the last 48 hours, the house has been filled with dead corpses, which all of you guys know that. You're saving my life. It's been really bad. Like if you go in the bathroom, both the sink from the bathroom and the sink in the bathtub just coming from the drain. It's fucking horrible. I'm in a house of hell, but I'm used to it after this long. I'm not saying I'm one of them that I want to eat and cannibalize and chop up fucking dead bodies. But you do, if you're kept somewhere and you can't get out, and every time you make a video about it or you type about it, the police come in and say you're fucking mentally ill. And they keep trying to put handcuffs, steel handcuffs around your wrist for even talking about it. Or they try to invent this fucking other one that they're saying that I'm the king terrorist here, that I masterminded and directed all this, which none of the military need to hear that. They're not hearing that when they're coming over the house and doing raids. And I won't talk about not one of you. But the stuff I've been witnessing all of you guys do, and I won't say how long, I can't even say how long, is just nothing less than historic. And for these Americans to deny the history of their own country and what these good military guys are doing is why they get pancaked. Pancaked is a military term for watch what happens to the Capitol. Pancaked, okay? Pancaked. And when I get out, I'm making every one of you French crepes. We're gonna have French crepes. A la carte, order in, order up. Okay, so there's been just a house of dead corpses, just 24 hours a day. And the bathroom, like I've always described as going strong, urine, male urine, is fucking horrible. The male urine will go into the hallway. And then I'm just gonna try to do this in 14 minutes, so just bear with me. But this is just off the top of my head. It's not all the shit that happens in here. I know it's even more than that. I know you guys know even more than what I know. I know. But it's a lot of just what's happened in 48 hours that I was thinking as I put on my freaking socks. Okay? And then Jesus said, go ahead, say something, which is huge. This is like beyond cosmos gigantic. But I want to cram it in 14 minutes. So I'm rushing through this. Then there was the chemical manufactured stenches just packed in this whole place. There was a top 5 times where it's just filled the house. It's like, I've been here 4 years. There's been like top 5, top 3. It was one of them. I can't say anything else that was going on that day surrounding that chemical manufactured stench, but I can say it was like in my toilet, in my sink. It was all through the floor of the bathroom, ran through the floor all the way to that room conjunct to my room on the second floor, and it ran all the way down the stairs, really strong, down the stairs to the first floor. Okay, so also the chemical bio agents and chemical weapons that make me go diarrhea have been on floor 1. If I go down there, I get blasted, like I've typed. And they've just been blasting me and blasting me. That's why my eyes are swollen. My face is really swollen. I might not look as bad as I described, but I do look really bad. If you walked up to me, you'd say, what happened, Heidi? What's going on? Exactly. I would tell you all this, which I'm telling you right now, packed into 14 minutes, and the time we are at is 10. So I bought a cheap pair of glasses from the drugstore because my eyes got so blurry. It's not just my age, okay? I mean, I'm pretty upset about how I've been wasting away in here. No, it's from blur, and when they do the chemicals, it gets worse. So I've been noticing that for, I can't say how long, but I've been noticing it. And my rash on my skin, I've got a rash in my ears. I get little tiny little rashes. My skin's reacting to the fucking chemicals. So I have a rash, I have a blur. It's all signs of being poisoned and exposed to toxic chemicals. So we know that. So the poisoning's been going on with me, like hyperbolic, and they can't report it. That's going on day and night. Now, last night they came in, the cops signal, they drive up 15th and they do obvious signaling with their siren. And I can't describe it in 14 minutes. We're going to forget it. Besides, all of you guys know it. You guys talk about it. So I witness it. It's just stark and clear. A 6-year-old could notice it. And as soon as they do their signaling, these thugs rush, they charge into underneath my floor, and I can say it. And I hear all this amazing things, but I can't talk about what I hear. And then after that, this house fills up with fucking so much gas. And then last night, the gas they used affected my pancreas. And I went, ow! I was crying in pain for about 15 seconds, and then it stopped. So the gas filled up the room for a minute. Towards the last 15 seconds of the minute, I couldn't take the pain. It was threshold 4. and it was in my pancreas. And then it stopped, and all the terrorism under the floor stopped at the same time. And then they did it again about 4:30 this morning, okay? And I laid in bed till about 6 a.m. after that. But they did it again. The cops came up 15th, signaled with their sirens. It was 2 dispatch cars. And then they charged under the floor, and they came in this time. They didn't come in last night. They came in from 1507. They came in this time from the Albemarle, right next door, 1511. And it's just the same thing. It's so scary. And then the whole place filled up at 4:30 a.m. with this pancreatic poison is what I call it. Same effect. The last 15 minutes, I'm like, hollering, dude. It's so painful. All right. And then it stopped. All the terrorism stopped too. Everything stopped with it. Now, they've been under the floors way more than that, but I am not allowed to talk about a lot of this stuff that's happened. God damn, what else has been going on in here besides the trail of chemical manufactured stenches? That shit's so serious, I can't talk about those. I know I can't because it's a huge deal. The bio and chemical weapons are too, but I have been allowed to announce, hey, your fucking domestic terrorists are playing with serious military chemical weapons. You know, it's good that I was able to put that on their great American fucking Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, because they deserve everything they get for housing fucking terrorists like this. The United States celebrates this. I'll hear around the clock people partying, yeah, whoa. They fucking get high just walking past this place. It's like, oh God, it's so obvious, dude. It's so obvious. And what makes me sad, and I'll just say out loud in here, the people here are so evil. How could you fucking party around a house where you know they're chopping up dead corpses and ingesting them? How could you party around a house where you know a woman is begging for help and a raid who's alone inside of it? That's where I get really sad because of what has become of the United States. Okay, I know it happened in Germany. I know there was like good Germans and bad Germans. We all know that if you study any sort of history. So I'm sure I feel exactly like they did when Hitler took over. You're just so fucking sad. So I'm doing everything I can to stop another roundup of brown and black people for being a lesser race, because there ain't no white supremacists that are going to do that. So, okay, we're at 12 minutes. I want to remind the public who's watching this, no, you're not going to be rounded up. I can't talk about what I see the good guys do. The good guys in the good military, I cannot tell you in the public. They know, I know, and they know most of it because I don't know a lot of it. But you do, if you're in here, you notice a lot like I do, but I can't, okay? For them, for all of us to stay safe on Thanksgiving, the good Americans who didn't do this to anyone else, who don't party around a house where they're ingesting human organs and tissue. It's for real. This is so serious. All right. Who don't party around a house that holds chemical and biological weapons and just wants to use them on any aunt, on any grandma they feel like it, on any toddler, because it's not white, because it's not Allah Akbar, little Arab kid. All right, so I want the public to understand one thing. These terrorist raids, this is the white ones and the Arab ones. There's the lovely DC sirens. We're going to put this on because they're not going to mess this up for me. These type of terrorists and a lot of these cops they drive by, they're Arab and white terrorists. That's what they signed up for. That's what they're fighting for. That's what they are. They raise their kids. They raise their entire families like that. So when cities get hit, boom, they're not trying to genocide everyone. That's these terrorists. Cities get hit with WMDs, you follow me? They're not trying to genocide the kids, the grandmas, the aunts, but their whole family's involved in the fucking shit. And black people in America know that. They know the Ku Klux Klan families are the whole family's like that. It's a family of hillbillies. And every one of them will chase around the black people to hang them. Okay? I'm tired of trying to explain the basics to people, okay? So when the good guys drop a big WMD, they're not trying to hurt everybody like what's been reported is so evil, what they're doing in the press. Now, I'm over 14 minutes, but I don't want to be over 14 minutes. And I want to say this. What I've witnessed in here with the poisoning and all the stuff that's happening in this house is not just under the floor. There's been massive, huge, all caps headline things, events, incidences that I cannot talk about. That the heroes who are watching this, I know they are. The heroes who are watching this are so glad I'm not bringing it up on YouTube, okay? It's major stuff that I'm witnessing in here, okay? But I'm alive, I've looked better, and I have a future. And these fucking police, they're trying to insurrect with sedition. They're cooping military. They're raghead, sorry to call you that, Arab people who are good Arab people. They're Al-Qaeda, drug smuggling terrorists with their KKK hillbilly presidents are not going to stop my future. I don't care how long you have me waste away where I'm 5 years freaking older. I'm going to make every one of you pay for that, okay? I'm going to do it in my way because I am nonviolent. I think I've proven this after 7 years. You're all going to pay and wish you didn't do it. All right? Just wait and see. All right, bye. Happy Thanksgiving, U.S. military. Happy Thanksgiving, China. Happy Thanksgiving, North Korea. Happy Thanksgiving, African militaries. Happy Thanksgiving, GRU. Happy Thanksgiving, Navy SEALs. Oh my gosh, who else? Happy Thanksgiving, IDF. Everyone else I can't remember, I love you heart and soul. Bye.